one of the important things that you can do in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is to have a relationship with each of the characters, from Sciel to Lune to Monoko, Eskie, and even Mael. They all have something that you can learn from them. Mael is, well, I can't remember. I just did it. I'm blanking on it, apparently. Eskie is more of a fun one. Monoko's more of a bromance. And Lune is quite an interesting one, with her wanting to know what happened to her parents, and that's the one I actually chose to romance. Or whatever that one was. I can't remember. But we're not talking about any of those characters today. The one we're going to talk about is Sciel. Because when you get higher and higher with her relationship level, one of the things she tells you is she has a husband. Had a husband, I meant. And this was where they went to islands to find new plants and whatever else. She met him from one of those journeys, expeditions, whatever it was. And, you know, fell in love and whatever else. And they were supposed to be Gommage together. But the tragedy is he was killed in an accident, losing 5 years that she could have had with her husband. So what she decided to do in this one, it was really rough for me to listen to, because I don't understand entirely what it's like losing a loved one, but I do understand the feeling, because she didn't inherently care. All she did was just swam. She swam as far away as she could from Lumiere into the ocean until she gave out. And once she gave out, she blacked out, and somehow she ended up back on the docks of Lumiere, which at the time you wouldn't really know. I didn't know at the time when I was doing the relationships. And I just sat there. I was like, I'm not sure what hand saved her from drowning that day, from her committing that act. That one struck me very, very deep in my core, because I do understand it. And later on, I learned how she was saved, because Eskie said that she was a terrible swimmer. It's a little fuzzy, even though I just did it, right? That's weird, isn't it? Anyways, she said that you're a terrible swimmer, friend. And she's like, how do you know I'm a terrible swimmer? He's like, well, when I first met you, you're a terrible swimmer. And, you know, the first interaction they had was when they went to that cave where Eskie sat. That was technically the first interaction that she knows of. So that's why she was ultimately confused. But when you learn about it later, the first interaction between Sciel and Eskie was him saving her from drowning, because her cries went through the ocean, and he heard it, saved her, and brought her back to Lumiere. Which, learning that was crazy, because it's like, you were going to do this act that you would have been gone from the world permanently, but then an all-knowing, all-powerful being came in and saved you without you even knowing. And I think that's beautiful. And some other things she said with that relationship I wanted to put on here too is, when you talk to her with Verso, she is sad about her husband going, but instead of being, you know, angry and bitter and everything like that, she chose to, you know, she's gonna see him again. Enjoy the time we have until, you know, death eventually finds her and takes her to the one she loves. That was such a beautiful thing, and my love for that character, because I was a little iffy on her, but learning that part, her backstory, her tragedy, everything about her made me love her. And as you could tell, I don't know if my voice is breaking or if I'm pausing a little often, but this one I did have a truly personal connection with. It was one of the things I wanted to just sit down and talk, because it was kind of on my mind. But I want to know, like, did you thought that was at least interesting? Because do you experience that darkness? I mean, it's not a good place to be. So I mean, kind of, yeah, that's kind of all I really got. Just wanted to just at least talk about it, get it off my brain, at least go to sleep at least, because that'd be really nice instead of having to think about it all night. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Take care.